Welcome to the Bass and Brews podcast, your weekly distraction from other high-quality podcasts. And now, your host, Alex from Swamp Rat Fishing, and the co-hostess with the mostest, the Jabberhammer, Paul Roberts.
Oh! You nailed that one, Paul.
I know.
Good.
I did a good job. I did a good job on that one. I thought there was a PSA coming, so I'm glad I was on my game.
Yeah, exactly. That PSA that you guys heard at the beginning of this brought to you by Amandy. She used to be your friendly.
I didn't hear it.
You piece of shit. I told you beforehand it's putting it in post. You
asshole. See, I thought you were going to put it in like...
I hate him.
I hate him
so much. I hate him so much.
That's what I thought you... I thought you said, just so you know, so I wasn't surprised, but you didn't even play. You didn't tell me you were editing it in after the beginning.
In the green room. Listen, I'm trying to elevate the show, add some post-production.
I thought it was going to be an intro.
Put it on for a minute and y'all are arguing.
I thought it was going to be like the other intros where you cut out... anyway, fuck you.
Hey, everybody. How are you? If you guys are listening to this, you're probably feeling really fat and bloated from Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to have some turkey questions for Coley, because that's who we have on today, Cupcake Coley. The return.
Hey, there's another PSA announcement. If you call somebody Bozo the Clown with mange... You will lose. You will get a community guideline violation, and you will lose the appeal, even though they're your friend, and you prefaced it by "you my boy."
But you look
TikTok
like Bozo
fucking
with mange.
pansy ass bitches.
I got in trouble for calling a fish a nice fatty. I got scolded for that, and I got put in timeout. I was like, "What?"
I really. That's like I've had quite a few community guideline violations. Some have been overturned. I'm fairly surprised I have not been put in timeout. I really am. Since they changed the repost feature, where now when you do select repost and it becomes a post on your page. Since then, I've gotten so many videos taken down. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Pansy ass bitches.
Thanks for that, Paul. Other than that, Paul, how was your week? Nobody gives a shit. Anyways, Coley, we were talking.
It wasn't too bad. I can't remember exactly what I did, but I did something. I did some things during the week. So yeah, things happened. Things were done. Great. Some things just got done.
Wow. He's quite the conversationist today.
It is.
Me and Coley were talking.
Hey,
stop.
It is what you make it is.
There it is. We were talking. Coley hasn't been on the show since the end of the year kegger last year. So I don't know how we did almost a full year without you. I know we're huge now, and that could have been some of it. Like we're just, the show's gotten so big.
She was absolutely out of control at the end of year kegger.
Yeah.
I mean, see, she was so fucked up she doesn't even remember.
One too many White Claws, I guess.
Well, it was like 8 too many. I mean, I'm surprised that it was Alex.
I was flipping in my water. I can't remember.
See, I was surprised that Alex dropped this shit everywhere and not you. You don't remember?
I'm a little bit more composed, that's all.
Oh, you sounded, look, you didn't slur your words like Alex, but your eyes were half open. I can't believe you don't remember.
You were like gone. I only had 2 White Claws. You had like 3 surges.
No, you were holding your duck upside down. I mean, it was just craziness.
Oh, full snort. Not even 5 minutes into it. Hey, if you guys don't know Coley, if you go back to when I was gone, we had Coley on as a guest, but huge props to her. She came out and she did some hosting.
You were here on her first episode.
I know. I'm talking about how she hooked us up with helping guest host while I was gone.
If y'all give me time, I can tell the story of her first guest co-host shenanigans before we happen. There's a story associated with it. So
go for it. Let's hear it.
Well, you weren't finished, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
When has that ever fucking stopped you, Paul? When has that ever stopped you from talking with me talking? It's never stopped you.
Well, first and foremost, it does look like she robbed some more flowers off of a gravestone.
Just little ones.
I don't know if they're fake or not, but if they are, they're definitely robbed. Okay, so maybe she didn't get them off the gravestone.
And I did rob them. I took them. You're 100% accurate.
Okay, see, that's what happens when you fish at night around graveyards.
Yep.
Coley was a guest co-host while Alex was gone, and she was super excited. I was excited. I can't remember who we had on, but she's texting me all this stuff, like, what's the plan, and what are we doing, and what are we talking about, and
what's
this and
the
that.
guidelines?
Yeah, like all this shit. What's the fucking plan? I said, there ain't no plan. We just sign on and fucking start talking. And she's got a list of questions she wants to ask. I'm like, hey, look, we gonna come on here, your show, you do what you want. But like, it's hard to articulate because it was a text message chain. But what's the plan? And when I said there ain't no plan, and then there was another question about what the plan is and how are we gonna do this without a plan? I'm like, that's the beauty of Bass and Brews.
I'm a planner at times.
Look, the plan is to show up at that point in time. I think it was like 8:30 on a Tuesday night.
There was.
And, bring something to drink.
I think my favorite part about all of this is you're talking about that text message, but then I was getting texts from you going, holy shit, Coley's trying to make a plan. I'm getting a text from Coley going, holy shit, this guy's chaotic. I'm just trying to, like, be you and keep the show, like, organized. And I was just laughing.
I was trying to fill really big shoes. I knew I had to be the timekeeper. I knew I had to watch my mouth a little bit and keep Paul in line. And a lot of people have written to me and messaged me and said that I did a pretty good job of keeping Paul in line.
You did great.
I watched the show recently. I've seen some of your antics and how y'all are running things. So I came with no plan. I have no prepared script. And I have no intent on controlling Paul at all, so it should be fun.
I'm sorry. This is actually to kind of end out the year. We're actually changing the format. We're going to a 17-minute episode, heavily scripted. You guys should have got your scripts. I emailed them to you. We're just going to be reading Little Women.
This is in another announcement. This is my last episode of Bass and Brews. I'm starting another one called Bass and Brewskis.
Perfect.
Fuck Alex.
It needs to be Brews and Brews. Claws and Brews.
Yeah, Claws and Brews. That would be a good sideshow. Yeah, now. But Coley, what have you been up to this last year?
Tits and balls. That'd be a good one.
Tits and balls.
Am I ready yet?
Oh, man.
What have I been up to? I have been experimenting with fishing a little bit more and trying a lot of different things. I was primarily a finesse person, but man, I got out there and I got to try like a lot of different things. Got out on the boat a lot, tried some new lakes that Alex, I don't know if you are familiar with like the Ventura area, like Casitas and Castaic.
Yeah,
and,
I know Castaic. Yeah, and Pyramid.
I absolutely fell in love with Pyramid Lake. I only got to go once, but I think it was once. But man, I fell in love with that one. So threw some bigger baits. I have a really fun back injury. So the bigger baits are a little bit harder on me, especially when it's 11 hours on the back of the boat. Throwing in between a 350 motor and two different GoPro mounts. And I got like this little tiny area that I got to cast. But I really had a great year fishing, actually Coley, really, really, really fun.
Coley, last time you were on, you had a shoulder injury that was keeping you out of fishing.
Yep.
For the most part. And now you got a back injury and like you're in your early 30s. What's going to happen when you hit like 40? You're like literally going to fall apart.
How much I love you for that comment of being in my early 30s.
Paul,
thank you.
Paul, you goddamn liar. Listen, Coley, we've known you for a while. You're a very nice woman. You don't look like you're in your early 30s. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a
Let
bad
me
thing.
have my moment, Alex. Come on. Paul's giving me a compliment.
Listen,
she's grown up over the last 2 years because she hid the fucking dildo lamp tonight.
She did. And also, I don't want to hear about not getting compliments. Do I need to go to your TikToks and see what kind of compliments you get on there?
I'm always courteous. I always try to respond to everyone. You think that's bad? You should slide in my DMs sometime.
I'm sure those are fucking wild. We don't talk
Is it a bunch
about
of cat videos?
No.
No, they're a bunch of duck videos. Everybody sends me duck stuff.
Oh,
I
shit.
sent you ducks. Yeah.
Yep, Sean the Fisherman always sends me something really funny and cute. I love it. I hear from him about once a month. But yeah, people send me a lot of duck videos.
It's about to be duck season down here in North Carolina. I'll show you some duck breast on the grill in the next week or two.
All right. When you said duck, I thought it was going to be a different
Goose.
word. It's kind of like duck. You just replaced the U.
Yeah, they say
My phone autocorrects from that other word every single time. If I'm trying to curse at somebody, it always says duck you. It autocorrects to duck you every single time.
I love
Is that
it.
like bass you?
No.
Kind of.
Shut up. I stopped like going back and fixing it. I just leave it now. And so it's just like a stream of like, hey, why don't you duck off, you ducking asshole? Yep. Like, yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't proofread or change my text either.
We've talked about it a lot. Your voice to text. Actually, this month you've been good. I would say September, October, I was getting worried about you because it looked like Russian was on my phone. And
you just have to have a decoder ring on. Like, I don't proofread anything, and I figure either you figure it out or you don't.
Well, do you sound how you sound and listen to how I sound, and then just imagine being Siri trying to dictate the fucking shit comes out my mouth.
That's true.
Well, with Coley, every time she does it, it just adds like 4 bros in there because she's from California.
It's bruh. It's bruh now.
Oh, these early 30s kids and their new lingo.
I have to Google some of that because I don't know what they're saying and I don't want to look stupid. So I'm like, slang word, what is that? And I'm like, okay, I got it.
I had to look up Riz today because my kid was like, oh, they were doing something about who had the most Riz in the class. And I was like, what the fuck is Riz? So I had to Google it.
I looked that one up, but I forgot. What is it?
What is it?
It's like, it could mean a couple things. So like you could Riz up a girl. So you're like being charming, kind of suave. And then if you got the Riz, like you have that style, that good style, just that.
You fine as fuck.
Yeah. But
you're going to hear your girls talking about a boy in the next like 2 weeks and be like, man, little Jimmy, he fine as fuck, boy.
They fucking better not.
Bruh.
Bruh.
So like
bruh,
Alex in his TikTok video and his super attractive gray sweatpants, you'd be like Riz.
Exactly. I would be Riz. No cap. Okay. No cap. I would slay all the Riz in those sweats.
Oh my
I know.
God.
He got him from Gap Kids.
I don't know. He got him crusty. He got him already crustified.
They're not crusty. We talked about that. That was like the first day I wore them. We talked
crusty. Holy shit.
Listen.
Now we're talking about crusty sweatpants.
You guys don't
I'm going to head on out after that one.
Oh, that's the line for you, Paul?
Yeah. I'll talk about a lot of shit, but I ain't talking about Alex's crusty sweatpants.
Listen, you could tell that they were new and they weren't crusty because they still had shape. If they were crusty, it'd look like those Wrangler jeans that somebody starched.
I don't know. If you're going out in sweatpants, you just give it up on life altogether.
Yeah, I know. I'd rather wear drawers out than sweatpants.
I'm not gonna take this fucking abuse. And she's using this too. When she's not telling you, is in the green room, she goes, listen, the style was on point. It looked great. You look like just a really just wholesome, Rizful dude. That's what she said in the green room. But now that we've got her on the big stage, she's throwing nothing but shade.
You know how I throw shade. You know how I do. Paul gets on. I got to jump on his team and throw some shade.
Go ahead, Paul. What do you got?
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just agreeing. I'm sitting back like, hell yeah, I finally got a teammate.
I know. I was waiting for you to like say something, and you just had this big old cheese-eating grin sitting there.
shit-eating grin now, girl. But in California, cheese-eating grin. I mean, that's like saying you a cheese sandwich.
I like cheese sandwiches. My mom made them for me growing up. It's one of my favorite sandwiches.
Like a cold cheese sandwich?
Yeah. You put, they don't make it anymore, but it's a Kraft sandwich spread. It's got like little pickles in it and onions, but they stopped making it. They have like something else now. And then she put a real thick piece of extra sharp cheddar cheese, lettuce and tomato, a little garlic salt.
All right, I can
back up.
That.
The first thing you described with onions and pickles and shit
relish.
That's a spread, so like cream cheese?
No, it's like mayonnaise.
It's like a mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise. I can't stand mayonnaise, but this had like a little tang to it. So it had like dill pickles and what?
You like eggs?
Yeah, but I don't like mayonnaise.
All it is a fucking whipped egg white.
It's gross.
How you like them eggs, girl? Fried or fertilized? Fried or fertilized?
I hope somebody randomly is listening to this, right to the point where Paul just goes, "Do you like eggs?" And it's just like very serious about it. Do you like eggs?
I was in a movements. I was in a movements for the actor class in college, and I think I told a story about this at some point on this podcast. Movements for the actor. And I was the only person in there that wasn't a drama major, and they like shunned me. Nobody wanted to be my partner in anything for like the first month, and nobody wanted to do anything. And the professor called me out and said, "This ain't a class." Well, he didn't say ain't, but what I heard him say was, "Motherfucker, this ain't a classroom. Come over here and bullshit around, goddamn athlete." And yeah, so it was real weird, but I stuck it out because I was like, "Hey, I can make an easy A in here," and I had to act some stuff out. And one of them was like, "Dim eggs.
That's what you remember?
That was one of my lines. Dim's eggs.
You're an idiot.
What play was that for?
I don't know. We wrote it. I don't fucking remember shit. No, we didn't write it. It was from something. All I remember is Dim's eggs. Also, we had our final exam, and it was an act that we've been working on like the whole time. And I had to get slapped in the face on the left side, but it's acting, so they didn't really slap me. Well, that morning I got surgery on my face and had like 9 stitches on the side of my face, and showed up to class like still numb with a big patch on it. And the professor was like,
"Fuck yeah!
How are you gonna do this?
Blood."
I'm going like, "Well, I brought more gauze in case we rip them out, but we're good to go." I said, I'm here, I'm here. I was kind of like Barry in Barry.
Yeah.
Except I wasn't killing people. And I didn't have sex with anybody in the class.
I bet you when it came up.
Some girl told me not to look up her skirt, and I was like, "You ain't got to worry about that, homie." Just out of the blue.
In class at least?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I got an A.
I'm just checking.
I bet you when it came up to when they were, the teacher's like, "All right, in this scene, somebody's going to need to slap this guy, Paul." There were so many fucking hands raised. Everybody raising their hand.
There's only like 10 people in the class.
They were like, "Can we practice a couple times before we get out there just to really make sure we give it to them?"
I would have volunteered. Sorry, Paul. It would be fun. I just think it'd be fun. I think you'd have fun too. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I've been slapped by better. Been all right. Oh, Coley, I'm glad you did your hair for us this episode. Usually you come out all frizzled up and like you're running in from work and,
Yeah, thanks for coming on, actually.
It's easier when I go fishing because then when it gets all like tangled up and blown, it looks like I tried to style it. Whereas if it's straight, it just looks like a rat's nest.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do with my beard.
Yeah, you kind of had, the last time I saw you on your TikTok, you had kind of like a mohawk or something going on.
We talked about that last episode. Or did
I watched last episode. I don't remember that part.
No, we didn't. I went and got my hair did, and I get it pretty simple. It's like a 3 or 4 guard on the side, and then I just tell them to trim it off on the top. I say, "Hey, I wear a hat, but I won't wear a hat. I just put water in it, fluff it around whatever happens. Well, the lady had combed it over. Like she did it and had combed it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I do it, and the same haircut I always get. She was a little bit higher than typical. And then I get in the truck. I get in the truck. I go finish work. I have my hat on. I take my hat off, and it's in a fucking faux hawk. I mean, like a straight up rooster hawk.
So you
faux hawk.
didn't mean to do that. That wasn't like your new.
It's
thing.
natural.
Okay.
Look, it's natural. See,
it's how it's
my
cut.
hat's been on my head all day. It is natural.
It's how it's
It
cut.
is natural. See it? It's natural.
I see it. Oh,
Natural.
okay.
Paul looks like the guy who's just gonna troll the colleges. Like, what's up, fellow young people? Do you like my mohawk? Does anybody have any devils?
Bruh, look at the hair, bruh, man.
No,
I got the rizzle. I got the rizzle dizzle gonna make the women jizzle, bruh.
Oh my god.
Poet didn't know what I can rhyme anytime, motherfucker.
Oh man, I'm glad those college is money well spent for you.
I learned that in French 41.
What else you boys been up to? I've been watching some of your stuff lately. Paul, you were really mean last week, just so you know.
To whom?
To Dave.
Wolf
of Walmart.
Oh.
Wolf
why was
of
that?
Walmart.
How? Give me one example where I was mean. Give me one example.
This is what you did the whole time.
I was
You
so
just sat
mean.
there.
I was so mean you couldn't even. Huh?
You weren't your normal cuddly, fun mother trucker country biscuit self.
I don't even remember being on that episode.
That was a fun episode.
I watched it. It was funny.
Yeah.
Look.
You got a little dirty.
Y'all look. Those when the episodes end, I'm not even sure what happened. Like I show up, I do my thing, and I reset for the next week.
Yeah, he's super helpful.
I don't dwell on the past.
Right. Yeah.
I'll record a episode when Alex isn't here, and he'll ask me what happened. Matter of fact, I think we talked about it on the episode that's going to drop tomorrow, which is anyway. God, I can't wait till we get back on our fucking regular week bullshit. This fucking sucks, man, because we're all so far behind, and the times don't line up, and fucking time change, and the Mayan calendar's ending, and it's just a fucking nightmare to figure out what the fuck's going on.
I like no. I like well, not the time zone. I like having a week to prepare the episode and get it out. Paul wants it right away because he doesn't fucking do anything with it anymore ever since I got back.
Bitch, I was doing Thursday night episodes and getting them out on Friday when you were gone.
But not Friday morning at 2:00 like my buddy in Delaware wants. So we get the episode out at 2:00 so people can listen to it on their way to work in the morning.
Well, look, just cut back your drinking, and then
it's not going to happen.
We're recording a whole damn hour early, so you just cut back on the drinking and just you don't even do anything though.
Yeah, I do. Anyways, Coley,
what are
last
you drinking,
time.
Alex?
What's that?
What are you drinking?
Water, of course. No, it's bourbon.
Nice.
Yeah,
at an hour and 45 minutes,
Yeah.
the words will slow down and start coming together like a good
heavy ice on this episode. I've got stuff I have to do tomorrow.
He always does.
Yeah, and they usually don't get done, but I need a haircut bad. I got to get an oil change. I got stuff to do.
Hey, did you go ahead, Coley? Tell us more about your fishing adventures. So you've been catching some bigger fish this year. It appears to me when I see your videos.
Yeah, I think it's due to just getting out on different waters and being able to explore a little bit more some of the reservoirs that we have here. Alex, you've been in this area before. We don't like Northern California. You had a lot more lakes and rivers and creeks to choose from,
Right.
But down here in Southern California, it's primarily reservoirs and super, super high pressure. So by bank fishing, it gets tough, and I got to drive about an hour to an hour and a half anywhere I'm going for the most part. So I get there, and if there's 50 other fishermen on the shore, then it's like, that's my spot. You got to figure something else out. But something that's been really fun for me is learning how to read the waters a lot better and knowing what to throw and looking at the weather and the barometric pressure and all kinds of stuff like that. So a little bit more on the technical side, still not where I want to be. But I did get to travel a little bit. Where did I go? I went to Oklahoma. I didn't get to go on the Illinois River, though, because I think what happened that one time, I forget, something was going on that time. But I also, gosh, I can't remember. I didn't get to go too many places. I didn't go to Michigan this year. My niece was pregnant, and they were expecting an early delivery, so it just wasn't going to work out. So I'm definitely missing out on that Michigan trip.
But you went
I know,
to Colorado, didn't you?
Colorado Springs. Yeah, it was a really, really fast trip. I landed Monday afternoon and I left at noon on Wednesday.
Wow.
I have family out there. So my half sister called me up from Florida and she said, I'm going to be there. Can you come? And I said, yeah, I'll make it work and make it happen. But on one condition, I get to sneak out Tuesday morning and go fish. So that was an adventure. I had to look up some of the surrounding lakes. They agreed to let me borrow their rental car. I found one that I wanted to try, and I called Bass Pro Shops, and I was like, "Hey, bruh," I was like, "I'm coming in from California. I want to catch a largemouth. I know y'all are known for your rainbow trout. Not interested. Where do I go?" So told them where I was staying, and there was a lake. Literally, it was actually a pond, but ponds in Colorado are like 10 times the size of our reservoirs, so they were ginormous. It was like 3 miles from where I was staying. So got up at 5 a.m. and Colorado Tight Flies, Amy, she lives there. She's like, can I come with you? And I said, absolutely. So we had a real good time. She was on the trout left and right, and it took me, I'd say, a good hour to figure it out, but I made a switch to trusty old drop shot, and then I was pulling them in. So, and everyone said, there's no bass in that lake. There's no bass in that lake.
And you were catching basses.
In the middle. What's that?
And you were catching basses.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I mean, the first one I caught was really small. I mean, he was like maybe 5-6 inches, but I was so excited that I caught a bass, and she's like, I haven't fished here in a while, but nobody fishes here for bass. It's just, there's none here. A couple other people around there were like, yeah, there's no bass in here. And I said, I'm going to find him. I know the guy at Bass Pro Shop said he caught one out of here. I'm going to find that one bass. And then I think I ended up with 3 or 4, but I only had 3 hours to fish. So I was excited. It was pretty fun.
Ain't nobody got no expectations for their first one. So 5 to 6 inches works.
Yeah. Well, then I think the good one I got was a 1.5 pounds, maybe 2. I can't remember, but
that is a great tip. Calling Bass Pro Shops in the area to ask about fishing. If anybody's listening, this might be the best fucking fishing tip that's been given out this whole year. Is calling Bass Pro Shops or probably Cabela's or maybe any bait shop in the area. Hey, I'm coming to town. I have 6 hours to fish. I'm staying here. How do I catch basses? That's a fucking great tip. The other thing, hold on. The other thing is there's a really good app called Omnia where you can also go find some fishing reports potentially, with your larger lakes for sure, but potentially you could use Omnia app to go and get some local knowledge as well. Yep. That's a hell of a good tip. I
specifically asked the guy that answered the phone when I got to the fishing department. I said, I need someone that's an avid bass fisherman, not someone that's caught a bass before. And he's like, well, that's me. I'm like, well, seriously, how often do you go? He goes, that's all I go for. And I said, okay. So
the guy for me.
he gave me some tips on what to do. He said, drop shot in the afternoon. He said a spook and a chatterbait and a spinnerbait. I tried all those things. But again, it was pitch black when I went out there. I think by the time we got to the water, we waited a little bit because there was no city lights or anything.
Right.
It just everything that.
That's different for you. No lights.
It was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I've been doing a lot of night fishing lately in the pitch black. So I'm getting used to dodging that treble hook that's coming ripping back at me.
That was a hell of a good movie.
Which one?
Pitch Black. It's a great movie. With the with the diesel.
And I would add, back to the tips, I would say just make sure they do freshwater fishing. I have a local tackle shop. They're actually pretty big. They're not Bass Pro, but they're huge online. And I made an online order, and I could just pick it up from the actual physical location. And I go in there, and the guy's like, oh, is this your order? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, hey, man, you want to walk me through those lures? Like, do they work around here? Like, are there any other fish other than striped bass and flounder? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's like largemouth. And he goes, all right, can I just take a picture of your order? And I guess that's what we'll recommend to people. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's a great idea because I'm not really good at this. But yeah, like just make sure that it's because depending where you're at, if it's a lot of salt water, those guys, they're going to tell you to put like a shark's head on a giant fucking hook and a bobber.
Well, Alex, I'm no Einstein, but I can pretty fucking guarantee that there was no saltwater shit at the Colorado Bass Pro that she went to.
Right, but she said she wanted to talk to a bass guy specifically because fishing for bass and fishing for trout, completely different. That was the right move.
And the trout, it was incredible. Like, I just don't see this where I'm at, but they were just like jumping out of the water left and right, and they were gorgeous. They were so beautiful. And I did throw on a rooster tail, which I'm not very confident in. I don't really know how to use those, but I tried because I thought, well, maybe after she left, I'm like, well, maybe I can catch myself a little trout, but I didn't, and I was more interested in finding a bigger bass. They had something called a wiper, which I wasn't familiar with. I had to Google that.
Yeah.
So I was interested in catching that. Yeah.
A wiper.
Yeah, it's a white bass and a striper hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I caught my first striper this year, and the fight that those guys put on, it was a little one. I mean, what is that? I don't know, but small for a striper. But golly, man, that fight was so fun. And then they're jumping behind the boat. Oh man, it was
they're
fun.
Nuts.
Did you eat it?
No, I didn't eat it.
What? Why would you answer that question so defensively?
Do you not know who I am? You all make fun of me because I don't eat a lot of meat, and I eat beans on my sandwich and cheese on my sandwich.
You better not be.
I have beans on my sandwich.
She's from California. Of course she eats beans on her fucking sandwich.
Like, I'm drinking Vital Reds right now. This is my drink of choice. It's all the red berries and all the red vegetables and probiotics. It's delicious. It tastes like raspberry fruit punch.
What red vegetables are in there?
Beets, tomatoes.
Tomato's not a vegetable.
No, Paul.
Fruit. Well, it's red fruits and vegetables. So beets are in there. I don't know what else is red.
You shouldn't.
The red chard.
Chard. Everything you're doing, putting the tomatoes in there fucks it all up unless you de-seeded them.
Well, I didn't. It's a mix. It's a powder that I put in. It's like 1 billion probiotics and all the vitamins and nutrients in like one drink.
But you don't like mayonnaise.
No.
Paul, this is you're going real foodie on this one. And speaking of foodie, I'm sure you've heard that
tomato seeds are bad for you. Lectins, they promote inflammation. All your nightshades, peppers, tomatoes, eggplant.
That's why I peel all my tomatoes if I eat them, or I take
the peel. Yeah, it's the seeds.
But the peel also is bad with the lectins. It has more lectins in the peel as well.
Nothing better than a big old hunk of tomato put upon a slice of bread with about half an inch of mayonnaise, some salt and pepper, a good old tomato sandwich.
Yep. All right.
So in Ohio, we ate tomato sandwiches, but they were a little bit different. It was the mayonnaise, which I would just put a very little bit because it was gross. The tomato, a little garlic salt, and then on the other side was peanut butter.
Oh, fuck.
And I know what sounds.
You know what?
I know.
Fuck this shit.
That was what my dad ate, girl. He laughed.
Listen, you can't trust Ohio at all because they have Skyline chili that they just pour on top of fucking spaghetti and eat that as well.
It's pretty good. I don't eat them anymore, but as a kid, that was my dad's sandwich growing up, and it's pretty good. I liked it. I did.
Well, speaking of food, we've been playing Marry, Fuck, Kill lately, right, for the last couple months on the show. And because this is our Thanksgiving episode, Coley, you know how to play Marry, Fuck, Kill? I'm guessing Marry, Fornicate, Kill?
Yes.
Okay. So your options are stuffing, cranberry sauce, and candied yams.
Stuffing, cranberry sauce, and candied yams?
Yeah.
Marry the candied yams?
Solid choice.
I don't know. I like all of them, even that jelly canned cranberry sauce.
I had to go throw up. This is why Ohio.
I'll kill the cranberry sauce. And I'll kill, and then I'll, the stuffing.
Fornicate the stuffing.
Out of the stuffing, yeah.
This is why, Josh, if you're listening, and if you're not, Zeshay, if you're listening, this is why motherfucking Ohio can't have good fishing. Because they put fucking peanut butter on mayonnaise sandwiches.
It's a tomato
That is appalling.
sandwich. There's trying to be a little mayonnaise in it. It's a tomato sandwich.
That's appalling.
Oh, no, it's pretty good.
Because it had mayonnaise on it. That's the only redeeming quality.
What about peanut butter and pickle sandwiches?
Fuck no.
Pickle?
Well,
I like peanut butter.
That's what growing up.
No.
That peanut butter and pickles and peanut butter and banana.
I don't even like jelly on my peanut butter sandwiches.
You just eat peanut butter? Don't you choke?
No, I got saliva glands.
He's got a solid gag reflex. He can, yeah.
Actually, I don't. For some reason, over the last year, brushing my fucking teeth, I still got all my wisdom teeth in, and I got to get back there and really, and I used to never be a gagger brushing my teeth, but over the last 6 months, I'll be in there and I'll wake my wife up. She's like, "Will you shut the fuck up? What's wrong with you?" And then it gags me so bad. My saliva glands do, how before you throw up, how your mouth just, that's what happens. And then, I feel like it's just fucking terrible, man. Fuck those teeth. Wish they'd fall out.
Why don't you get an electric toothbrush, Paul?
I got one.
And you're still choking on the old Dyson
electric toothbrush?
You got to understand, I got a whole big ass another tooth back there I got to get into. And the bottom ones have little flaps on them, and I really got to get in there and dig out the food. What did I miss? What did Coley fuck, Mary kill?
We played Mary Fuck Kill, but because this is our Thanksgiving episode, she had the options of candied yams, stuffing, and cranberry sauce.
Oh my God! Here we go with the candied fucking yams. They're sweet potatoes,
right?
Sweet potatoes, yeah. I make good ones.
I'm more.
What's your answer, Alex?
I'm going to marry cranberry sauce, but only if it's that shitty cranberry sauce that's like a jelly, and it still has the impressions of the can on the outside.
Slice it where the ridges are. Yes. Oh, I love that stuff.
I literally had a turkey sandwich. I buy it year round, and I put it on turkey sandwiches all the time. It's fucking delicious. I would also in the same lines of that. I would just like Coley. I would stuff the fuck out of stuffing, but only if it's stovetop. I don't want fucking walnuts in it. I don't want fucking any of that weird shit in it. I just want regular ass fucking stuffing.
It's cornbread stuffing.
Yes, that's all I want.
Boy, you gonna eat that cornbread? That's his cornbread. That's his motherfucker. Eggs? You want some more goddamn cornbread? You get your own motherfucking cornbread.
And then the candied yams can go. They're really good, but in that lineup, that murderer's row, it's gotta go. Paul, what about you?
Yeah, I'm fucking straight up killing the cranberry sauce. Fuck that shit. Fuck that can.
I love it.
That's a great way. It's a great way to get botulism. And I'm gonna marry cornbread stuffing, and I'm gonna fuck some sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
nice and creamy.
Again, I got a visual.
Oh, did you say nice and creamy? Oh, no, he's literally going to do it. It's going to be American Pie 19, and it's just Paul fucking a whole setup.
Hey, if y'all want to watch some of the funniest shit you've ever seen, go on TikTok and search colonoscopy farts, and you will laugh for hours.
Did you guys see that video of the mermaid who farted underwater?
Yeah, she didn't poop. That was air stuck in her mermaid dress.
It looks like it's one of those performers, and she's acting like a mermaid, and she goes to swim up, and the air moved perfectly.
Right out her booty hole.
Right, to look like she farted in front of all these kids. And
did you see the TikTok where they made the sandcastle of the man laying on his belly in the chute, and when the water comes in, it looks like he's diarrhea in his asshole?
But my daughter, my youngest, are
Coley,
crazy.
how have you not seen? What do you look at on TikTok that you haven't seen?
She doesn't do TikTok.
You got TikTok? Yes, she does.
Well, she does, but she doesn't consume it.
I'm starting to post more, and I'm starting to take your advice. I didn't do the introduction like I was supposed to do, but I'm on TikTok every night, and I'm responding to people and posting, and I just got a YouTube channel, which I'm not killing it yet, but yeah, well, I only have, I think, I get my views are up, but I don't have a lot of subscribers. So it's Cupcake Coley on YouTube channel. So I'm trying to venture out and do more. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot of time consuming efforts. And I was trying to do different things on each platform and I just gave in. I was like, no, I'm just going to.
Hey, it's like what Kevin Costner said in Die Hard. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah. I would
I've been
say
working
the
on it.
YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube's going to real funny though, folks. If you search up Cupcake Coley on YouTube, the first video shows up. It was streamed 2 years ago, and it would be her first appearance on the Bass and Brews.
Oh my God, that was a good episode too. We
And
laughed.
actually-
We laughed.
It was
How
so
long
funny.
was that episode? Because I want to feel like it was longer.
I think
it was
only 3 hours.
No,
wasn't
the
it?
first one, an hour and 25 minutes.
That was before
Oh.
Alex. That was before Alex embraced the long form.
And then also, so you can look at it. Remember when I was like,
What
you were
episode
like, you were
number
at
is that?
home. You were like, you were at home. No, because look, you can see the shitty Motel 6.
I didn't say you were at home, motherfucker.
You did. You were like, you were at
No.
home when we had that first episode.
No,
Anyways.
I said you. No, I said you
Anyways.
were here. What episode number was that? We got to start putting episode numbers.
Oh my
back in
God,
there so we
enough
can
of this.
reference them.
Listen, if somebody, one of our great brewskis out there, want to do something to make it so Paul stops fucking talking about this, somebody could go through and tell me the numbers for all the episodes.
If Alex had just started putting numbers on the episodes, continuing putting numbers on the episodes like I did when I was running this podcast, that's all he had to do. It takes literally half a second to type the number in. But for some reason, he's like, it doesn't matter. I said, well, when we have repeat guests on, how the fuck we gonna tell them when to go episode 2 so they can scroll through and they can look at the numbers on Apple. See, I'm a goddamn genius. But nobody ever fucking knows it until afterwards. Like my wife knows I'm a genius, but will refuse all of my genius ideas until afterwards, and then still will just be like, yeah, let's just do this. I told you to do this before.
This is so hard to find you on YouTube because, one, it's just like a bunch of Bass and Brews episodes when you search your name, which is really funny. The long episode you're thinking of was my send-off episode with Scuba Steve, and that was almost 3 hours long. But then I go through and I'm like, oh, cool, she's got YouTube Shorts. Let me click on it. Well, somebody's fucking fancy now, and Coley's videos, it's you, but it's Monster Bass instead. So,
what?
Well, is it because when you click on me, it doesn't take you to my YouTube, it takes you to the Monster Bass YouTube?
No, it's like your YouTube Short, right? But it's the Monster Bass account that sent it out.
No, I have my own.
I know, I can't find it though.
I know. I'm new, so maybe y'all can tell me what to do. Like I'm struggling. I'm
just
struggling
post
on
videos.
YouTube.
Just start posting videos. Lots of videos.
Yeah. So
the shorts are like the long because I haven't done long yet.
Look,
both are
just,
fine. Shorts are fine.
Yeah, just short and long. I'm just best of both worlds.
And this goes for like anybody who's trying to do YouTube. And I'm by no ways an expert, but everybody will tell you like just do it. And then just continually do it. You are not going to get, for the most part, you're not going to get that instant that instant kind of bump that you'd get on like TikTok when you have one like go viral and all of a sudden like it gets huge. You're not going to have that. YouTube is definitely slow. Build your foundation. It can be the shorts, that's fine, but build that foundation, and then you'll get there. But it's
I've never done drugs, but it's not like a cocaine high that hits you right then and there. It's more like a edible high that hits you 20 minutes to an hour later.
That was perfect. That was the perfect analogy for it. No, you were spot on.
I've been listening to a lot of Jigs and Bigs recently, and so I've been getting educated on drugs. It should be Jigs, Bigs, and Drugs.
It should be called Joints and Blunts. Bobby, you can have that one.
Wait, hits off tits. Hey-oh!
Oh my God.
That's the OnlyFans site that Bobby starts up.
Those OnlyFans. I'm so tired of that crap. Everybody steals everybody's stuff. I have a naughty Facebook account. I don't even do Facebook. I mean, they gave me a smoking hot body, so that's really cool. But they used my
what's
face.
The name of it? What's the name of it?
Claudia, what is it? It's Claudia. I don't even know. And they stole pictures of my family, and they're like using my bio, and they're using like things that I say in my pictures.
Alex, I told you that one was going to take off, Alex. When you gave me that, when you told me that idea, I told you it was going to take off.
Fuck off. That's so funny though. I mean, it's not funny. So here's why. Hold on.
There's one on TikTok where they're actually calling the followers from a Nigerian phone number, and nobody will tell me exactly what they're asking or what they're saying. But it's like Cupcake. What is it? It's casting Coley _8 or no Cupcake Coley _8. And I did copyright infringements. I did everything that I was supposed to do. And TikTok was like, yeah, no, there's no violations. And I was like, but it's not me. And they're asking people for money and for things. Like, I will never ask y'all for anything. Like, whoever's listening.
But don't call nobody a fucking bozo mangy clown and you fucking get a violation. Fucking pansy ass motherfucking TikTok.
Yeah. I think there's 5 on TikTok and there's 4 or 5 on Instagram. And then there's that naughty one on Facebook. Pisses me off.
You know you've made it when you have softcore porn lookalikes on social media. No lie.
Lookalike use my face on a smoking hot body. I mean, thank the Lord Jesus they gave me this awesome body, but it's clear it's not me.
Can somebody make some accounts for me so I can feel special like Coley?
All right. So what I was gonna say is like, making content for fishing is definitely male dominated because fishing kind of is male dominated, right? But this is something we've covered actually 2 things that only female angling content creators have to deal with. And one, that's a whole bunch of DMs with dicks. And then 2 is that somebody spoofing your account to make like a sexy account. Like nobody's like, man, that's a really funny podcast. And you know, they're going places. I'm going to make just a spicy account.
Get on it, man. If you're going to use my face, just like throw me some money, like something.
So what you're saying, Coley, is you'd be okay with it if you were getting a cut.
No, but the fact that there's like 7 accounts making money off me and I'm not getting anything pisses me off.
So that's what it sounds like you're saying. Look, Habib, just throw me some dough and I'll quit reporting you.
Oh,
see, I do feel like it's less of the fake stuff, right? Because I know that I'm sure you've had that on IG, and I know on Instagram it was really bad for a while.
Oh, a bunch of people got like hit. A year ago on Instagram. Yeah. This time last year on Instagram was horrible.
So I think TikTok's a little better with that. But yeah, that sucks that happened. That's.
See, I don't ever see those on Instagram or TikTok. I don't ever see your fake accounts.
Oh, no. Fake Cupcake Coley DM'd me. This is after you made me aware of it.
What they say?
So I commented, this is fake. Go fuck yourself, scumbag, on one of the videos. And then I got a DM, and it was like, friend, why would you do that? I'm crying now. I'm so upset. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Coley. Anyways, how are you? I'm doing great. It's so cold here. Mind you, it was fucking the dead of summer, and you live in Southern California anyways. So I was like, oh, man, do you want me to send you some coats? And they're like, that'd be so nice if you sent me coats. I'm like, okay, cool. Just follow this link. And then the link was like to the FBI cyber division.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was really bored. I like fucking with the scammers. Like on Instagram, that was actually one thing I miss is I don't get enough bot accounts on TikTok just commenting dumb shit. Because that was my favorite thing on Instagram when they're like, great picture, send to @fishingworld. And I'd be like, or maybe I'll send it here. And it was like, you know, morticiansfeet.com. And I'd just fuck with the bots consistently.
You know what they're doing now? There's like these weird accounts that are like fishing catcher 002 or something like really weird that doesn't make sense. And they repost your stuff. Yeah. And sometimes they'll tag you, but other times they don't. And so the other night I had to say, hey, man, like, I didn't give you permission to repost that. I'd like you to take it down. He's like, you're making me so sad. I'm such a big fan. And I was like, my sponsors aren't okay with it. So can you please remove it? And then
you don't even follow me.
That's what they do. They block me, so I can't see anything. Like all the TikTok ones, I can't even see. I have to have somebody screenshot it, and then somebody sends me the URL to try to report it.
Look,
but it's like pointless. They don't take them down.
I tell Alex this all the time. You put that shit out there and it's open to the world. Now, I don't know how he does it, but Chris Cruz from Cruise Fishing, he's Johnny on the spot with accounts that are using his stuff and not tagging him. He's like, if they tag me, fine, whatever, repost, all that. But he had somebody that I saw a thing. I got lucky and finally saw something of his that I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is Chris, and I don't know who this is. So I texted him and said, "This you?" He's like, "Yeah, I already IP'd that one."
Yeah, like he is the
he's Johnny on the spot with his shit.
He's been so good to me. He's actually really helped me a lot. And I reached out because I reached out to Alex and I was like, hey man, what do I do?
This motherfucker don't know nothing about no intellectual property theft.
No, what's funny,
there ain't nothing intellectual enough about him to steal. They would probably, it's like the bad kid. It's like Dennis the Menace. He gets kidnapped and the kidnapper's like, nah, fuck this. Go back home.
Send him back. Hey, yeah. Coley, I mean, she's a great person, and she said she'll never ask you for money. What she will do is ask you basic social media questions because she's out of touch with it. So just stand by for that. I'm just joking.
You don't really want to ask, you big jerk.
I'm just joking.
Hey, we got Vibe all worked up with Paige a couple months ago.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it is common courtesy, and I'll stand by that, just to repost, or just tag somebody in it. You know what I mean? It's real simple.
It's one thing to get upset about a company using your shit.
It is
to promote a product. Now look, because we've talked about this. No. If somebody's reposting my stuff and not giving me credit, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck ever, whatever. But if it's a company making money off of my shit, like, yes, we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
There's a difference in my mind with that.
It's frustrating because it's like, what are we all doing it for, right? Like, yeah, it's fun, but like eventually I'd like to make money. I'd like to pursue some sort of financial gains in fishing. I don't really have the ability to do tournaments right now because as a bartender, I work on the weekends. So, paying $500 to $800 entry fees and losing $3,000 for the weekend not working, I can't really afford to do that right now. So,
holy shit, you get paid $3,000 for a weekend?
Well, no, I
holy shit.
Is this what you do behind the bar when you're making drinks?
It's just her mixing it up.
I'm shaking drinks without a bra on, motherfucker.
Tomorrow night when you go to work, you're going to be making a drink and you're going to be over there.
No, but yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
you're absolutely
in order to do a tournament, people are taking off. Like Tiffany, like they're taking off 4 days, right? You got a day's worth of drive. You got to do pre-shift for pre-fish for 2 days, and so you're losing money. So do I make that in a weekend? No, but like when you're looking at what weekend it is, if it's a busy holiday weekend like the one coming up, it's a lot of money. So my point is that I'm trying to do my best, and I don't buy followers, which, oh dear Lord, somebody accused me of that I was fishing with. I almost ripped his head off. If I bought followers, y'all, I have 50 bajillion followers, not 15,000.
So what did I pay? Really, what did I pay? What the hell did I pay for 2 years ago then? When you charged me to follow you. I don't know who you paid
or what you paid, but bitch, give me some money.
No. He paid the Facebook account. It's totally different.
She's hot. I'd pay her too. She's stacked, man. I thought I looked at. She's like, whoa. That bitch got it going on, but no. So it's frustrating that, like, if you're gonna make money off of my image or anything that I'm doing, like, it's so hard because, like, I'm putting in the time, I'm putting in the effort, I'm organic, I'm trying everything. I still haven't really got into the whole editing thing, which I need to, but I got 4 jobs. I've got a farm in my backyard. I'm trying to fish every chance I get. Like, it's hard. I just don't like people making money off me.
How cool would it be though if you saw one of these accounts that stole you and they had an AI version of you talking and doing something, and they in that room they made up your background perfectly the same. The
It's got
rods,
the
the flowers,
the AI
everything.
funeral flowers.
I'm not doing that AI crap, man. There's something weird with that. I'm not getting involved in that.
Oh, look at Billy Jeans from the 1940s upset about some technology over here. Get off my lawn, motherfuckers.
I thought
I ain't
Cupcake
doing
Coley
it.
was
I'm
here,
not
not Randy
doing
Blockett.
The chat whatever that is, chat AI or whatever. I'm not doing none of that crap.
Coley
on,
Blockett in the house.
Hold on, Paul. And you thought she was in her early 30s. Are you hearing this rant? I'm not touching none of that damn dare AI.
Some people age quicker in their intellectual stimuli versus their bodily functions. That's all I got to say.
That's got to be on a shirt somewhere.
I've just been diving into conspiracy theories. So I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, boy,
God.
That's a
I am from
Steve-O.
California. Come on.
That's a Steve-O OG Scuba Steve
so
podcast.
You and OG Scuba Steve are texting back and that's why he quit sending me fucking cat videos, because he has somebody else to talk to, motherfucker. I'm gonna start sending him pictures of my feet and butt crack.
Alex, you were here. You know how crazy this state is. You know.
It is.
You can't deny it. Like, you can't. So that's all I'm saying. That's it.
Yeah,
I won't get into it.
I would stay into it. I would stay in that state if I was making $3,000 in 2 days too, though.
I didn't say I was making that in 2 days.
You
You didn't say you weren't. No, you didn't say you weren't.
I said I didn't. I said not in 2. I said like the amount of time that it would take.
3
so look,
days.
anytime I go on vacation, every night that I take off, like y'all get paid 2 weeks vacation, right? I don't get paid vacation for anything.
Yeah.
So I get paid hourly. One of my jobs, I don't even get a paycheck out because my credit card sales are too high. So I get a void. This is not a paycheck. So I'm living off of your straight generosity and your tips. I'm giving you good customer service and great drinks and hoping to God that I can pay my rent.
Coley, you don't have to explain. Listen, if you make $3,000,
that's not what I make.
Shaking drinks.
Hey, look, here's the deal. If you could make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 selling feet pics or hand pics, nobody's going to judge you for that.
I looked into it, but you got to put your face in them to get the good money. So I don't know.
How? Really?
Yeah.
You have to have your face?
I love
so
it.
Like, how do you do? But okay, then. So can you take a picture of your feet with them like holding your, and then crop your head off and your feet are holding your face? Or does
Look, it was a big joke. But
explain what you have to do.
Try. So there was a big joke. We had an engagement group when we first started Instagram a few years ago. There was a bunch of creators that got together and we became really, really, really good friends. We called ourselves the Cool Kids. And within that group, we would joke around about, well, how do we get paid? How do we make some money? Like we need to buy a bass boat. We need to buy a new kayak. We need new rods, new reels. So we joke around about Feet Finder and Only Feet. And I wanted to know, like, well, can you really make money? Like, because I can't stand feet, y'all. Like, I cannot stand y'all's feet. And Paul, you need to put some shoes on. I ain't looking. I'm not looking.
You shouldn't have mentioned it.
Ugh. So I looked on there, Feet Finder, and I was like, oh, crap. Now this is going to be in my search history. I do not want to see crusty feet. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Okay, that's enough. Ugh.
No, those are bad.
And I Googled it and researched it. And stop it already. So gross. And you get like a couple bucks. Oh my God.
Oh, those are bad, Paul.
Look how long
He doesn't wear shoes. He wears those little mandel things.
Look at those corns.
Why?
So awesome. Y'all
but
know.
In order to get, like, I was reading all these blogs that people were writing, so I did research for my group and by Stinky Foot, and it said that, like, for people to get a lot of money, they take requests, and I was like, I'm not going to click on it, but I asked my buddy, I'm like, what do you think? And so he clicked on it, and yeah, you put your foot in Jello or pudding or
what?
Just gross
What's
stuff,
wrong
but
with
they want
that?
to see your face in it. Oh, come on, Paul.
Hey, so
It's just
You ain't struggling financially hard enough to put your feet in Jello.
No.
Okay.
No.
Look,
so I've got two things, Paul.
If
Paul,
I would put my feet in Jello if somebody pay me, and
Yes.
pudding,
Yes.
If I could reach my feet with my mouth, I'd lick the pudding off my toes.
This is literally this is literally every guy's dream. So I get to sit around and not do anything, and then like eat some food and shove my foot in something weird, and you're gonna pay me that much? No problem.
Yeah.
Right, no problem. Also, so and I just looked it up for research, and I'm not saying you're gonna go this far, Coley, but do you know who the Cash Me Outside girl is?
Yeah.
Do you know she started an OnlyFans in 2021, and she has made since then over $55 million fucking dollars.
Doing what?
OnlyFans
Showing
pictures.
her body.
Yeah, listen, I will if somebody wants to pay me for a pack of cigarettes, I will do the same layouts as she does.
I'll send you a carton of cigarettes if I can see that.
Boom. And then Coley's not going to be happy when this episode is titled, "Is Cupcake Coley joining Feet Finder?" ?
Oh,
Cupcake Coley only
I
fans.
cannot stand feet. Oh,
Feet are
no.
fucking gross. Feet are
Cupcake
gross.
Coley, farmersonly.com.
My friend went on that one. She got really, really intoxicated, and the next morning she woke up and she had all these hot farmers hitting her up. I was cracking up. I said,
Oh,
"You really
shit.
did that?"
She pulled
goes,
some
"I must have
string?
done it." And I'm like, "Oh."
She pulled some string out of it.
I don't know what she did. That girl crazy. I don't know what she did.
We have one similar to that here,
shit.
but it's called Anal Only Amish. It's totally different, I think.
Wow. I don't know what that is. That's
Matty
terrible.
Matty Ice is on the site a lot.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
horrible. That's horrible.
Look,
We're
it.
gonna have
I'm
to
not
edit
doing
that
none
out.
of that. I'm gonna earn my money the hard way and
Yes.
work for it.
I mean,
Like I said, if-
sometimes some of those positions you got to get in takes a lot of work.
I'm going to tell you what, right now, if somebody was like, "I will pay you $5 million," and you switch this podcast to be nothing but you commenting on Paul's feet as he puts it into ambrosia salad, I'm fucking doing it. Not only am I doing it, I'm doing it 5 days a week. You're getting 5 episodes a fucking week.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't have hair on my feet, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
that's a good
Look,
transition.
I'm telling y'all, I said it last week or the week before. My wife gets an itch, and I can just reach over with the back of my heel and rub it for her.
Paul, stop! I'm getting
right.
gagged. Stop.
Let's talk about. All right. Well, speaking of that, Coley, we're gonna play you this sound clip that has become like a show favorite. I need more of them too.
Yeah, nope. Just you're gonna hear a sound clip.
Yep.
We need you to blind react. You've not heard this. You don't know what it is. You need to tell us what's going on here. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
play some intro music first, okay?
Why, Paul? This is stupid. He's just trying to get his copyright violated.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh. Who's going to who?
Is he old?
No.
Is he having a hard time getting the fish in?
Are you
Why
sure?
is there roosters? Why is there chickens?
That's the braid. That's the braid from like when you're punching grass.
What?
Yeah,
So,
when you're punching grass.
We'll send you the video where this audio came from. This is Wyatt Hammond, who won fucking everything for KBF this year, except for the 10. Anyway, we had him on the podcast out of the blue. He goes, "Hey, have y'all ever like listened to fishing videos without the video?" And we're like, "What fucking idiot does that fucking bullshit?" And so he's like, "Oh man, y'all should do it." And so we say, "Hey man, give us the clip. Let's do it." So he goes and finds it, and he holds it up to his microphone, and it's that. And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is fucking amazing."
He was either
there's a
really
video that
old
goes with
or doing weird things. I don't know.
He's in his White's in his mid-30s probably. He's your age.
Well, I'm saying in the sound
mid to
clip,
late
not knowing
30s.
who it was, that's what it sounded
Yeah.
like in my mind. Like he had
That's why-
some chickens, and then he was having a hard time getting the fish in because he's old, or he was doing something to the chickens. I don't know.
Wyatt Chicken Fucker Bassmaster is his new name.
Sorry, Wyatt. I didn't know what to do.
That's why we wanted to not give you any lead in to
Yeah.
that.
That was creepy. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little creepy.
Why the fuck does my forehead look like
Yeah.
I should be in the cone heads?
It is really
Holy
weird.
fuck.
My favorite part still on that clip is him going, who's going where? Like,
Is
Dude.
that what he said? I heard
Yeah.
him
No,
say
he's
who's
like,
going,
no.
but then I couldn't hear what he
He's
he
like-
said.
said,
yeah.
who's going where?
Hey, he sounds
Oh.
like fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. He kind of did.
Do y'all follow Napoleon Dynamite on TikTok?
No.
Drunk Napoleon?
No.
Oh my God, I have reposted his shit. Y'all, I don't know his name. His name's
I
Charles
have
Jimmy
you
Buck or
blocked.
somebody. Look, you have got he's Napoleon all grown up and he's drunk, drinking 24-ounce natural lights, throwing the football, eating steak and shit. Oh my
I've
God.
seen
This is the first time I ever saw Napoleon Dynamite. I laughed. I don't think I've ever laughed for that long, that hard in my entire life. I love his fucking TikToks are fucking phenomenal. I gotta find it. While y'all do whatever y'all are gonna do, I won't interrupt you because I gotta find
I
this
think
shit. And
all
then
my
whatever you're in the
TikTok
middle,
is all fishing. And
It
then
is.
I get the lives, those weird people that like pretend like they're
Yo,
and they
Paul
get
got
gifts
us.
sent to them. They're
Paul
like,
got us.
"Ooh,
Paul earned
bro,
us
so good."
$16 on live due to
And
he did
not
the
on-
AI thing.
Yeah,
You
and Dark Horse Tackle Zeche was on too, and he made like $18. Alex and Zeche the next morning are like, I made like $20 last night. Alex
It's
goes,
so
oh fuck,
weird.
we
I don't even understand the movement. Like it's
made
so
$15.
Weird.
I was on there myself. And
What'd
I
you
made
do though? Like what was your shtick? Oh my god! People get money for that shit.
hot
Yo.
dog. Yum. Ooh, corn. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like.
It's so
Thanks
weird.
for the like. Thanks for
Have
the
you
like.
seen
Thanks for the
the
like.
Michael Jackson one? It's a dude in like this weird little like cave white room, and he's dressed up like Michael Jackson, and his phone's kind of low. But people will do the one, and he has to do it like 50,000 times in a row.
Oh my
Well, if there's
God.
anything we know about Michael Jackson, is that he probably had a bunch of weird dark rooms for little boys. What?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Anyways,
Whoa!
I think-
Look, y'all.
hold on.
Sapphire just followed me on TikTok.
Who the hell's Sapphire?
Wow. I don't know.
I think TikTok, I say it all the time, but TikTok's a way better platform for IG. For me, I like it better. But man, its live community is like a whole nother fucking beast. Like
Yeah.
TikTok live should almost be a whole nother app. I mean, they would never do that because that's actually a stupid move, but it's like a whole different fucking thing, and I don't get it.
I don't either. I like the Louisa, I think her name is, ASMR that I
think the
sent
Earth
you.
is round or flat.
I know
Paul.
we didn't go to the moon.
What
Paul,
happened?
what are you doing?
We didn't go to the moon?
Paul, you're locked in. Your sound is locked in. Anyways, I
Oh,
don't.
bitch, I'm locked in. Do you remember when they had the Facebook movie and
The social
guy
network,
wanted
yeah.
to go talk to what's his name? Mark Knucklehead Jiggity
Zuckerberg.
Jaggedy.
Zuckerberg.
And the guy was like, no, he's locked in right now. You can't
Oh.
talk to him. He's locked in.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm locked in like Mark Zuckerberg every fucking Tuesday, Thursday
Zuckerberg.
night.
I actually 2 days ago rewatched that while I was working, right? And I forgot how good the sound. This is totally off the wall, but the soundtrack is so good, and I forgot it's because Trent Reznor made the soundtrack for that, and it's so fucking good.
He also has made like
Yeah,
a
he's done
ton of
a lot
Disney
them.
movies.
Who?
Trent Reznor.
No.
Yeah.
What Disney movie did Trent Reznor do? Name one.
Trent Reznor's what's his name from the fucking crazy ass fucking 90s band, right?
He's the lead singer and like the main guy who did everything for Nine Inch Nails. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. He's written like Disney movie soundtracks.
No.
Yes.
No.
Believe it or not, 9 Inch fuck yes. Google that bitch, motherfucker.
I'm pulling it up.
Pull it up. Not your pecker wouldn't reach. You barely reach, but
Thanks.
do
Paul.
it. Trent Reznor. Look it up.
I am.
Like Moana might have been one. There's 3 or 4 he's done. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see here. How about you carry the show while I'm looking this up, Paul? This is how it works. This isn't fucking
right.
Joe Rogan.
Coley.
I'm not your fucking Jamie where I just sit here and you stare at me and do an awful podcast. Because that's right. I'm saying it. Joe Rogan experience, it's lower than us.
I mean, it used to be good. It's not so good anymore. They got too commercialized. What I like the most about this podcast is that Cupcake Coley comes on here and doesn't drink.
I'm not drinking right now.
That's what I just said.
I know.
Why do you have to reiterate what I just said?
In case you didn't hear it when you said it.
All right,
You know, there are times where I talk a lot and don't hear anything I'm saying.
Yeah. I have an update.
A lot of words come out. A lot of words come out and no sentences are made.
That's another bumper sticker. That's another bumper
I'm missing
sticker.
my White Claw tonight for sure. I could definitely use one, but yeah, I'm not drinking right now.
Poor Coley. She's like, fuck, you guys are so chaotic now. An update. Paul, you were half right. So he's done one. He actually wrote almost, it says 80% of the movie Soul, that Disney Pixar movie Soul. He did about 80% of the jazz portions of that, which is really cool. But that's the only Disney thing he's ever done.
Do you know the 9 Inch Nails, the first album of 9 Inch Nails? He actually recorded everything, every instrument, and every lyric was him. He didn't have people playing shit till he went on tour. Paul recorded every single. That motherfucker is great.
Paul, did you know that that's how every single 9 Inch Nails album is done?
Yep, that's what I just said. You weren't listening.
You said only the first one. He's done all of it.
I didn't say only. I just said the first one.
I am obsessed with him. If we were gonna have a boy, Amanda was full on sure for our second kid that his name was gonna be Trent. I love 9 Inch Nails. That's like my favorite band ever. Trent Reznor is amazing. Yeah, not afraid to say it. Amelia was almost Trent Reznor Castangwe.
What, did you name her Amelia after Amelia Earhart?
No, so we...
How long did it take you to be able to spell Amelia correctly?
Well, it's spelled with an E. So...
Yeah, So is it Emilia?
No, it's Emilia, but we knew we wanted to have...
Hey, Amelia!
When we were going for our second child, no, not our second, our first child, we miscarried like 3 times. It was pretty awful, right? But if it was going to be a girl, it was going to be Laura, because that's Amanda's grandmother, and she always had this thing. Laura Hart.
Laura Hart.
But if it was going to be a boy, it was going to be Elijah. Elijah
Jebediah Castangwe.
Exactly. So when in our second one, it was the same deal, except for I got to pick the name no matter what, and it was going to be with an E no matter what. Initially, it was going to be Elijah or Elizabeth, and it was like 3 weeks before Amelia was born, and I woke up from a dream of her getting picked on in middle school, and they kept calling her Lizzie the Lesbo, and I was like, fuck it, it can't be Elizabeth. So we went to Amelia just with an E. So we didn't know we were trendy because everybody's got that fucking name now, I guess. I'm like, fuck.
Coley,
I thought we were being different.
How did you get the first name Cupcake? Like, what were your parents thinking? And I asked this because I have met a girl in college whose name was fucking Moonshine. That was her name. She worked at the Barnes & Noble beside Lowe's off 15501 in Chapel Hill, and her name was Moonshine. And she did not shave.
I want to know what the vibe was at the Barnes & Nobles next to the Home Depot.
It's the Lowe's.
Lowe's, sorry.
Lowe's.
Well, that means that the Home Depot was across the street.
My first Instagram page, I was going to do a pinup baking blog.
No. Time out. I think you're misunderstood the question. I must not have been clear.
I'm telling you how I got something.
Yep.
Alex is telling you how his daughters got their name. How did you get your name from your parents?
Coley or Cupcake? Coley I got because my nephews couldn't say my name, so it came out Auntie Cole. So I was Coley from there on out. Cupcake I got because I was a pinup baker and I didn't want to share my recipes, so I went from baking to fishing. So it's Cupcake Coley. I kept the name.
you were a pinup baker.
Yeah.
Like a pinup in Playboy. Like, explain to me what a pinup baker is.
Well, pinup, like that style of the 1940s, specifically. And then I was a baker, so I would dress in the corsets and the fascinators and whatever. And I was going to do a baking blog on Instagram years ago, and I didn't want to give anybody my recipes, so I just changed it over into fishing.
I don't think we ever asked that when you first came on. That's funny. That's a real different, like, it's a real strong pivot.
So was this going to be like one of the magazines at the gas station that has to have a black outer cover on it?
No, this is probably,
you keep
3
saying
years ago?
pinup. When somebody says pinup.
I used to do pinup when I was a little bit younger, and there are some magazines that I have done, and there is a poster that are out there somewhere.
Oh,
but
shit.
I went by a different name, so you're not going to find it, so good luck.
Look, the internet is forever, and names can be found. I'm going to look. I gotta send Jose Monkey a message, and he'll find you.
Hey, Paul, just Google suicide girls, and she'll be in there.
No tattoos.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
you
I
don't
got
have the
booked
tattoos.
That's why I got booked, because you didn't have to airbrush my tattoos out. I was original, and I did more of the 40s than I did the 50s.
Gotcha.
The 50s was more suicide girls style, whatever. And I was doing more classic, where it was classic makeup, red lipstick, the victory rolls or the pomps and the pretty dresses and the other stuff that goes along with that era. But you're not going to find it because it's a different name.
Oh, yeah, we'll find it. Brewskis.
Good Lord,
Brewskis.
That's all I need is
find
freaking
this.
fake accounts to find that shit.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that, Brewskis.
Hey,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Coley. All right, so go back to your actual real name, Coley. Your nieces and nephews couldn't say your name, so it became Coley. What was it before they couldn't pronounce it?
Just not going to tell you that because it's
It's just Coley. It's been Coley for a long time.
Good.
This is weird.
Well, no, it's not weird. I think we're just used to people that
My
will
first
let
name is
everything
Dennis.
out.
My
Dennis
first name
the
is
Menace, I could
Dennis.
see that.
Yeah. Is it really Dennis?
Yeah.
It's not.
Bitch, it is.
What's your middle
Look
name?
it up. Paul.
Why don't you go by Dennis?
Because I go by Paul.
But why?
Why?
Goddamn, I don't know.
Debbie
Ask my
with the
mom
man
and
of
daddy.
Betty.
Shit. I woke up one day and knew
Wait.
what my name was.
Hold
it was
on.
Paul. I did
Hold on.
not choose it.
Hold on. You're using your
I
first?
just woke up one day. I was old enough to know that somebody called me Paul.
Yeah.
And so that was my name. I don't know why. It's Dennis Paul Roberts Jr. My daddy goes by Dennis.
Maybe
I go
that's
by
why.
Paul.
So Paul's first initial and middle name initial equal Coley. What do they equal?
DP.
Dick
That
pics.
makes sense. No, not dick pics. It's the other way around, Paul.
Paul Dix.
No.
I don't know. This is a fun game.
This is a very fun game. This is I feel bad. I can see where Coley's like, man, why did I stop drinking? I thought we were going to have some wholesome fun.
I see a bottle of bourbon over there that hasn't been cracked open yet.
Now's a great time.
I know.
I think it's awesome having you on. One, because you're an awesome person. You helped us out so much when I was gone, and truly happy to have you as a friend. You're one of those cool people that I met through Instagram and through social media the right
podcast?
way. Absolutely not. No.
Quit saying the right way when you talk about social media, because not everything you fucking did is the right way. It was your way. Don't mean it was the right way.
Anyways, I forgot. Oh, but it's cool to have you on after we've become unhinged like halfway through this year.
I watched a few episodes. I learned something last week. Waffle stomping. That was
that was a good one.
That was interesting. For the record, I don't waffle stomp at all.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure I told you that.
Have you ever seen a blue waffle?
Oh.
No.
Google it.
Okay. Google
it right now.
I'm
No, she's using her phone.
You tell me to Google it. It's something bad.
Coley's like, I'm not putting that shit on my phone.
I'm not getting that shit on my search history, man. No way.
Well,
did you ever watch Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh, I remember that.
No, but I know what it is, you jerk.
Yeah.
Well,
We
Blue
watched
Waffle's
that.
worse than that.
We watched when that video came out. The government hadn't locked
speaking of
down.
2 girls, 1 cup, I got a tinkle.
They hadn't locked down the computer internet access very well. So I remember it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, sitting in Alameda, California, on base. There's like 12 coasties, and they were like, "Hey, somebody mentioned you should look this up." We looked it up, and we watched the video. And there's all of us at work, and this officer walked by and saw it, and then proceeded to vomit on the floor instantly. It was the funniest thing ever. He was a junior officer, so we were like, "You need to clean that shit up." Like, I'm not cleaning that shit up now. Keep watching the video. Shut the fuck up. I know you're vomiting, but you watch this video.
I was thinking about when you were there too today, and I'm so mad at myself because remember we were going to meet up, but the day that you were going to be in San Diego. I was in Michigan with my parents. I think it was like September 5.
Yep, it was like a narrow, like 24-hour window where I just missed you when we pulled in.
I was so disappointed. I was all set to come up there, and I was trying to figure out where we could bank fish. And I'm mad at myself for not just making the damn drive and going all the way up there and seeing you.
Well, I appreciate it. Fun. Again, you've been awesome. I'm not ending the show, Paul. Don't get all crazy. And it's cool. Again, it's cool to have you back on. We have like this new format, and I love seeing you having to deal with this craziness.
It's not a new format.
Well, it's a little more unhinged format. I stopped trying to reel him in.
We don't have a format. That's don't say we have a new one. We don't have a format.
No, I do, because I would try to rein you in, and I would try to like
time. Remember, you were always on him about the time. You told me that when you help out, you need to keep Paul at an hour and 30 minutes sharp.
Yep. And we've given up on all of that. So and it's great. It's wonderful. So let's go more traditional, since we already covered Thanksgiving. I feel like this is becoming the new classic. We're going to go back to the Marry, Fuck, Kill. And it's aliens, Bigfoot, or Loch Ness.
I'm killing the aliens.
Okay. I think you're the first one to say kill aliens.
I'm taking Bigfoot to Pound Town.
Whoa.
Nice.
You like them hairy things, huh?
She is in California.
I like big men, and I can't help it. So he's my man of choice.
You like big feet.
On his ass,
you just say you like big feet?
No, men. Actually, I just realized you're the first female we've asked this question to, so that makes sense.
Course.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're gonna marry Loch Ness?
Yeah, why not? Be fishing all the time, right? Just ride on his back and don't need a boat.
I don't think he'd be riding his back much, but anyway.
So I also think when I think of Loch Ness, I think of a female, right?
Yeah.
So now you said you keep imaging, things. Now all I can think of is Loch Ness with a huge rudder just controlling them in the water.
Yeah. It's going to be my new bass boat. Look, man, I got Bigfoot on the side, man. He's my side piece.
I was about to say, Bigfoot's the side chick, but Moneybags is Loch Ness.
Yeah, absolutely. All the royalties we'll make on all the trinkets and stuff. Hell yeah, man. I'm set for life.
Wait. Oh, so Coley doesn't want to do Feet Finder, but she's going to pimp the shit out of Loch Ness.
I'll make more money.
All right, new episode title: Cupcake Coley admits she's a pimp.
Cupcake, no. Cupcake Coley does Bigfoot.
I want to go on a Bigfoot hunt, though. I think that would be fun to go to Oregon in the woods and set out apples because they like apples. And I don't know.
How do you know they like apples?
I like that show, whatever that Bigfoot show is. I watch it sometimes and set out apples, and they take the apples. And if they're mad at you, they throw them at you.
When that show came out, Bobo, Finding Bigfoot, Bobo.
Yeah.
Me and Bobo used to talk on Twitter all the time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we interacted through his messages or, his shit.
Through his
we
PR
weren't friends or anything. No, it was him. He spells like he talks.
I hope that we can You haven't heard it yet, but last episode we might have an in to have a Bigfoot expert on the show.
Who did we have on last episode?
It was Brock, and Brock's wife.
B-Rock from the Boo.
Yep, his wife
Autonomous
is an alumni at the school, and at the school, this University of Idaho, they have the world's most renowned Bigfoot.
Bigfoot professor.
So we're going to try to get, so my idea was that we need to get him on, and then we need to get some hillbilly motherfucker with like 4 teeth and have him on the same episode, like an actual expert.
And let them talk about their experiences.
Yes.
That's sketchy, man. I don't know if it's real or not, but there's some sketchy stuff going on back in those woods.
If you saw Bigfoot, would you run or would you stand there and all? Or would you call to him like a homeless kitty? Geek.
I'd probably try to give him some snacks. I'd probably give him some snacks.
Coley's out there with their duck snacks, trying to give him a little bit of lettuce and cabbage.
Yeah. I'd have some trail mix in my pocket and a protein bar I'd try to give him for sure.
I'd show him my ass and then pick up a rocket, throw it at his face.
Why?
Because fuck Bigfoot.
But why?
Dude, stop. We might have him on this show. Listen, you tell me not to talk shit about professional fishermen.
I'd be Bigfoot.
Because we might have them. Oh, God. Ooh, sorry for all the headphones. Yeah, sorry for all the headphone listeners.
How crazy would it be if we had Bigfoot on and the first thing out of his mouth was...
Hey, Brewskis, if you want to be on the end of the year Kegger show, we can make that happen, but you have to dress up as Bigfoot and make that sound.
Wait, who did? I do?
You do.
No.
Coley does.
No, not you.
Alex,
no, the Brewskis out there.
Shh. Coley has to dress up as Bigfoot and do that to get on the Kegger show.
I'm not doing that shit.
I've got another plan for Coley to get on. I'm going to figure out how we can send her all the fake flowers in the world to just cover the background with nothing.
They're not fake. They're real. They're ridiculous or something.
We understand that, but we can't afford real flowers.
Yeah. So I'm just going to buy you shitty plastic flowers just to coat the whole background.
Alex, after a big windstorm, we can just go to the graveyard and all the flowers blow off into the woods and stuff, and so we're not stealing them or picking up trash.
The flowers. Don't do that. That's sketchy.
Hey, I'm going to, for the end of the year Kegger, do you remember when Sports Illustrated used to do the paint body? That was like they didn't have clothes on. I'm going to get somebody to paint body me as Bigfoot.
Oh, God,
with no clothes on.
So
and do the end of the year Kegger like that.
The best thing about that is we wouldn't get in trouble and nothing would be censored because you're not going to be able to see his weenie over his gut. So we're safe.
Well, I could show it if people wanted to see it, but it's really not that.
We saw your feet. We saw your feet, Paul. We're good. We saw your feet.
Well, my feet are one of the best things on my whole body.
What happens if his feet, I'm sorry, if his penis has the same kind of calluses and corns? And when he says the wife has an itchy leg, he's really just using that, not his foot.
You're gross, Alex.
Speaking of gross, this is a behind the scenes little peek. Paul made a comment because, so he added at Astroglide, right? And he mentioned Astroglide because that's kind of a running thing from the Alex Rudd episode. And Astroglide responded back on TikTok. And Paul instantly texts me a screenshot of it and goes, "Where's our fucking press kit? I'm fucking making this happen."
No. Back up. What did I say before that? You sent me the Astroglide picture.
No, you did.
No.
Yes.
Look at your fucking messages, asshole.
Right there. You sent me.
No, look.
Right
scroll up, bitch. Scroll up.
Right there.
Scroll up. Scroll up.
Yeah, I scroll up. Do you know what I see when I scroll up? I see creepy TikTok lives. That's what Paul hasn't talked to me this week. Normally I get a lot of like craziness from Paul. The only thing I've gotten this week is like weird fucking TikTok lives. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do that one. That's fucking weird. There's one of like I got this one. Maybe we can play that one.
Oh no, let me play it because it's better. Oh,
It's like weird ASMR shit.
You like ASMR shit.
Not this. The dude's dressed as like Johnny Depp in
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
Willy
I've seen him.
Wonka.
I've seen him.
So
it's a woman.
So fucking Paul puts Astroglide is about to get rocked.
No,
and I put it. Yes,
so
I'm reading
Alex
the fucking
sends
text.
me
on
Tuesday at 1840 hours. He sends me, I said one time I ran out of lotion, and then I ended up on a podcast, and now I have unlimited supplies of Astroglide tagged. They respond, life is good. I say yesterday at 5:30 a.m. Hey-o. Then I send him Brothers and Sisters in Christ live. Then I send him the ASMR with Willy Wonka. He goes,
this is what I deal with.
So weeted, W-E-I-T-D. I think he meant weird. And then I said, Astroglide is about to get rocked. He goes, LOL, AKA laugh out loud.
Thanks.
And then I text him a screenshot. We're looking for sponsors, and you're one of our fan favorites. Astroglide, quote, how sweet, feel free to send us a proposal to marketing@astroglide.com, end quote. Yep. And then he sends a bunch of ha-has with some H's intermingled in.
So,
and then I said, send us our marketing shit and let me look it over. We're going to get fucking Lube Company as a sponsor. I have to find it hasn't been updated. Send it to me. We can update. I updated it. And the shit this motherfucker sent me to send to Astroglide is absolutely ridiculous.
All right, Paul, we don't need to go that behind the scenes. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm just going to make a commercial with Astroglide and send it to them.
Visual again.
Paul?
I mean, Astroglide's good for sunburns. It's good for chapped lips. You know, there's a lot of different things you can use Astroglide for besides penetration.
Paul, would you... All right, so hold on. I'm envisioning this commercial, right? And it's Paul. And he's like, hey, yo, or y'all, look, this is Paul from the Bass and Brews Fishing Podcast. And I'm here to give you my favorite ways to use Astroglide that don't involve a wiener. And then he talks about, like, I use it on my lips. And he's just, like, squeezing it on his mouth. Yeah. I think that's what you got to do, Paul.
Brewskis, if you want to message Astroglide and tell them Bass and Brews Podcast is like the best fucking podcast ever and give us a little bit of help, that'd be awesome.
Look, there's podcasts out there. Serious Angler, they're sponsored by like all the big names, you know what I mean? Jigs and Bigs is sponsored by a lot of great companies, and they even went non-endemic with Dude Wipes, right? I think we would be the first fishing podcast sponsored by a sexual accessory, and I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm all about it. I don't think we'd ever get another sponsor ever.
Accessorize and pleasurize. Brought to you by Astroglide.
What happens if this is actually, because we learned in this episode so far that Paul took acting classes. I've known Paul for 3 years now. Fucking never knew that. What happens if this is his big break? Like somehow Paul actually pivots off the show to just become the Astroglide.
The Astroglide man.
Yeah, the Astroglide.
Mr. Astroglide.
Oh, he uses it in his beard. He's like, it makes a great conditioning. He's putting it in his beard.
I haven't tried that one yet, but, you know, it makes some other hairs silky smooth, so maybe a beard hair to work too.
Do you want to look real sharp when you head to the office? Put some Astroglide in your beard.
Do you want to impress a woman when you go out to the bar at night? Just a dollop of Astroglide in your beard and brush it out.
He steals the campaign from Daisy Sour Cream. Instead of put a dollop of Daisy, let's put a dollop of Astro.
Put a dollop of the A-Glide. I have never seen Coley this blush this bad. Like, she is shiny.
I'm like a permanent shade of red. My cheeks are hurting. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
This might be the first time ever that she is speechless. But this could be our first real actual sponsor, and we're excited about it.
Very excited. I mean, I hope it's a good deal. I hope it just happens quickly. Kind of just get in, get out.
It's probably going to be. It's probably going to be a discount code.
Not
for,
too quick.
Well,
There's
not
probably
too
going to be a
quick,
discount
hopefully.
code for 25% off Astroglide.
All these people are out here flexing discount codes with like 6 cents fishing, missile baits.
Did you say 6-inch fishing?
No, 6 cents fishing.
6-inch fishing and Astroglide would be a great combination.
Listen, you go to astroglide.com, and if you order bulk and you use discount code BABCAST, you'll save 25%.
Just get the gallon jug. It looks like the big old the hand sanitizer
Pump. We all knew it. We all were going for it. The pump.
Oh, but the end of the pump is shaped like something else.
What's it shaped like, Paul? A duck.
Pecker.
A duck.
Oh, I was going to say a pecker.
Oh, why the mighty have fallen.
Coley's like, I got to get up early in the morning. I got to go.
She's on the East Coast. It's only like 6 o'clock her time.
West Coast, bitch.
West Coast. It's 6:30 and it feels like it's freaking midnight. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all know what is funny? I've only had 2 White Claws in this whole episode. So for the people that think I just get drunk all the time, no, the regular sizes.
Regular.
The
The White Claws or the Surges?
Surges.
Oh, okay. Those kicked my ass. I had one in Colorado Springs and that was it.
8%ers.
Oh yeah, I've got a buddy that last year we went fishing, Michael Wiggs. We went fishing for the state championship, and he brought a 12-y. I brought a 12-y. We drank a bunch of them. The next morning, he gave me his 12-y and said, "I'm done." And probably for the first 4 hours, I don't think I've ever been around somebody fishing that was as miserable as he was. So this year we camped for the state championship again. I was like, "Hey man, I brought some Surges for you." He's like, "Nope, not happening."
I don't. The taste is not. I don't mind so much the 8 alcohols. It's the taste. It tastes like rubbing alcohol.
You know,
I can't.
Some people have to plug their nose not to taste something when they eat it. But I have the uncanny ability to be able to like plug my nose somehow from inside my mouth when I drink or eat something. I would just say do that or pour it up your butthole like the kids these days.
Yep. No cap, bruh.
Don't share that funnel though, because there's might get an infection.
I actually like the taste of White Claw Surge because it tastes like more alcohol, rubbing alcohol, right? And I think that's dope.
Yeah.
My problem is they go down way too easy and too fast.
Yeah.
Like there's no if I'm drinking like an 8 to 9% like IPA, I can't chug them because I'm going to be bloated, farting my fucking ass off.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Surge, that doesn't happen. If
And
anything,
you drink
White Claw
6
Surge,
of them, drink 6 of them, and you know what? Your ass is going to fucking Mars. It might be even going to fucking Venus.
Yep.
You're space flighting that night, baby.
No, I mean, your ass is definitely going to Uranus.
And I was done. I couldn't do anymore. It was too much, too strong. I didn't enjoy it. But
Well-
those little ones you're drinking, the little regular White Claws, little Red Bull can size, those are like a shot. Like you take a sip of that and it's gone in like 2 seconds.
But those are also dangerous because you can.
Nope,
we were in.
You got too many.
Well, we were in Hawaii and we weren't drinking White Claw. We were drinking Trulies, right? Because there's nothing.
They smell like old woman's perfume.
I love it. And
like,
there's
if you know how the old women smell if you lick behind their ear where they put the perfume, that's what Truly tastes like.
Did you say where you lick behind their ear?
Yeah, he did.
Paul.
But you're absolutely right, and it was the best thing. Like we had just gotten a hotel room. We ended up getting a suite in Waikiki to share between what was it? 4 of us. So we're in a port call. We roll up, and there's nothing more manly than 4 dudes are going to sleep in a room together, and everybody's got a 12-pack of Truly with them. Like, we looked like full-on fucking Gen Z or millennials. It was, yeah. But I fucking drank that whole 12-pack before we even went out.
Sweet. I don't like those.
Keeps.
She got a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, they were okay, but those went down way easier because they have the sugar. And the next day, I felt like shit. I mean, it could have been.
That's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
Too much sugar. I like the crisp, clean, no hangover, a regular old black cherry White Claw.
Ooh,
those
black
I have
cherry?
to drink. I have to
That's
drink
the worst
too many.
one, Coley.
I have to drink
Black
too many of
cherry
the
or
regular
grapefruit?
call.
The
I have to
grapefruit?
drink too many. Y'all aren't fucking listening to me.
We're
gonna
not.
shut
You
the
have
fuck
to
up.
drink too many.
You know
You have to
what?
drink too many. That's why you drink the alcohol. But I don't like the way they taste.
Yeah, the blackberry gives me a like a weird, or the black cherry, not the blackberry. The black cherry gives me like a weird aftertaste. I don't like it.
Medicinal.
A little bit, yeah. It's like chalky. I'm not a fan of it. I like the lime, the mango, the blood orange one is really good. The watermelon.
I don't like the citrus ones. And the watermelon one is the worst one. It tastes like cough syrup.
Oh, that's my favorite. It reminds me of
Ugh.
being a kid again and just drinking coughs. Never mind.
Robitussin.
Yeah, it's good.
But Paul's surges, the cranberry one I don't like at all, but the black cherry one was doable. It was okay.
There ain't no black cherry.
Yeah, they have
Blood orange.
they have
No,
a black.
I know my White Claw surges. There ain't no fucking black
Look
cherry.
it comes in a variety pack. I got it in Colorado Springs. It
I'm
had 4
drinking the-
different flavors.
Yep, it's lime, blood orange, cranberry. There's a blueberry, and there you go.
Well, I'm
It's
looking
either
it up.
blackberry or black cherry. I think it's black cherry.
It's not cherry. It's berry. Yep. Do I need
love
to
this
go?
argument.
Goddamn!
I'm looking it up.
I got the fucking thing right there.
Yeah, but you
on
don't
top
have
of my
all of
refrigerator.
them. Yeah, but you don't
Yes,
have
I
all
do.
of them.
Yes, I do. So they sell 16-ounce cans in blood orange and cranberry. In their 12-pack, they sell lime, blood orange, cranberry, and blackberry. Blueberry.
Blackberry?
Yeah.
Blueberry or
It's
blackberry.
blackberry. It's probably blackberry.
But it ain't cherry. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
but you said it was blueberry and it ain't blue. It's black.
It's not.
It sure as fuck ain't a cherry either.
Hey, do you know who the real loser of this conversation is? The listeners, because nobody wants to hear you two arguing about fucking White Claw.
Well, if they made it this fucking far, then they should understand that at this point in the conversation, there's no telling what's going to happen.
I can't even imagine how many industrial accidents are happening during this episode.
How cool would it be if we got White Claw Surge and Astroglide as our two sponsors?
That sounds like
pretty cool.
they could do a collaboration and do like the Bass and Brews bucket, where it's just like a 12-pack of Surge and one thing of Astroglide for a night out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that we could have an Astroglide flavored Surge.
You're right, Alex.
Yeah, no, that one got me. That was that's fucking gross, Paul. But funny. Yeah.
I mean, what does it taste like?
I don't know.
Would it go down silky smooth?
Probably. Yeah. All right, so if they did it actually, it would be a non-carbonated White Claw, so it would go down smooth.
Ooh, but what if they made it carbonated?
No,
And it
it'd
was
be
silky smooth.
no, it'd be
Maybe
non-carbonated.
Astroglide needs to make a carbonated Astroglide.
For her pleasure.
Silky smooth, I mean, think about it. Think about it. When you
Oh.
drink like a seltzer water, you get all the bubblies.
Yeah,
And
so
if your Astroglide has the bubblies in it,
yeah.
that might
So
be interesting.
it's just Astroglide with Pop Rocks.
Yeah, but it can't have the rocks in it. It's just
Sounds
got to
like
have
it's
the
gonna hurt.
fizzies.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no rocks, just the fizzies.
How would you? Never mind.
That's the
What's she
ASMR
doing?
of what it would sound like.
Oh, I hate the mouth ASMR. I cannot stand
Yeah,
those
so
lip
gross.
smackers. Oh, and the thing on their teeth. Oh, those guys are weird. Paul, stop it! You're grossing me out.
She's had enough of you. She's like, shut the fuck up.
I like that. The hairbrush on the mic
Yeah.
is good.
I like the TikTok.
But
I
look
like
at
the-
him when he does it.
it's
How
so
creepy
creepy.
he looks when he does it.
Hey, don't say tickle. That's not ASMR. That's just.
What the?
What? He's recording it. Oh.
You're gross, dude. your nails.
He recorded that. He's going to use that. I can tell.
No, I had to turn my mic back down because this is way too high.
Oh, Jesus. I like the ASMR videos lately that have been like a lady like clacking her nails on like an Aston Martin, right? But then it cuts to a dude in the army who's like clacking his nails on a Humvee, but she's like, Aston Martin. And he's like, piece of shit Humvee. And they kind of like break down the whole way through. It's funny as shit.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah, it probably is.
You're watching stupid ASMR shit.
I actually, last time Coley was on, I liked it. It helped me actually go to sleep. Now it fucking freaks me out and I don't like it anymore.
Well,
I like it.
Once you see fucking Charlie Charthouse from the factory, I mean, geez.
What?
The weird one that he sent you.
Charlie Farthouse from the chocolate
Farthouse.
factory.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. It's I think I liked it because there was so much noise on the boat that I would go to sleep to it because it was like almost like a white noise to cancel out like somebody's shit being fucking pumped through and all that other stuff, right?
Probably drowned out the noises of everybody else being like,
Yeah. Well, that's a real thing.
Oh,
Yep.
look at him. He's so proud of himself. Look at
He
him.
is.
He's so proud of himself.
but we've already Coley has completely changed her backdrop. Like,
Hey,
the first ever backdrop episode was Cupcake Coley's.
it was.
The first ever time that we started recognizing the shit that people
We
have
did.
behind them was Coley's first ever episode. In like the second episode, she had this big flower arrangement. It really did look like she stole that shit from the funeral home, somebody's funeral. It was a biggin.
It was.
I mean, it had to be at least $180 in flowers.
Yeah.
More like 500.
Now we got a double willow blade spinner bait on a bait caster with 4 other rods hanging up in the back.
Well, you don't remember, this was my first backdrop. I had my rod set up.
Yeah, but then you had the funeral flower right in the middle.
No, the funeral flowers were the second episode that she was on. Yeah.
The first one, I think I still had flowers though, because I get them from the events. When I do the events, I bring them home and they're like $500 worth of flowers.
Yeah.
But I had the rod set up because I was like, I'm gonna tuck the lamp, your favorite lamp, out of the way.
The dildo lamp.
Yep.
I tucked it out of the way, and I went old school and I put my rods up again, not realizing that it was less fishing than I anticipated. So I should have just put the damn funeral flowers out. They're over there in the corner.
This is the first episode we've not had a kitty cat or a duck come and grace our presence.
Yep.
They're here.
And then
Sparky's
speaking about
in the other room, Riley's running around, and Bubba and Wiley are in the backyard. They're here.
And then speaking
I
of
got squirrels
history
now.
with
What?
Coley, hold
Squirrels?
on.
No,
We'll
fuck
get
you,
to that,
bitch.
Paul.
There ain't nothing more important than pet squirrels.
No, hold on. Speaking of Coley's place in Babcast history too, she's actually the one that gave you your fucking name, Jabberhammer.
That's true. She
That's
did give it to me.
That's right.
She gave it to me hard.
Like you were Bigfoot.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I guess we're talking about squirrels now.
No, there's a family of squirrels in the backyard that I'm trying to train. Because, what else am I going to do?
What do you hold on? You said you don't have a lot of time to do things, but you're using your time to train wild squirrels.
Well, because I have to sit outside in the yard every morning when I let the ducks out of their kennel.
Yeah.
I've built this giant kennel to protect them from coyotes.
Yep.
So while I'm out there, all these weird little critters are coming over. I chased away a family of raccoons. I got this big giant possum that I picked up and put on the fence.
Ooh,
And now I got
possums are the best
Keep that
cats ever.
Yeah.
They're great, but they like to cut the heads off ducks. But the raccoons murder for fun, and the possums just will eat the ducks. So it's in a predator-proof cage, but I don't want them around.
Okay.
But
Just put the possum inside the house and let the ducks be outside.
Yeah.
But you've already got a cat with a litter
several
box.
Possums. I rescued several this year, little baby ones.
The possums will use a litter box just like a kitty cat.
Yeah, but they belong outside.
But not
Yeah,
unless
but
you
you're
put them
trying.
inside.
Hold on, you're trying to train wild squirrels, but you draw the line at possums.
No. I rescue possums too. I think I rescued 5 at a time that were
Yeah.
like this big,
Little
and then I had
babies.
3 or 4 others that were, like maybe 10 weeks old, and they were super fun and cute. But I don't keep them in the house. I don't make them pets. I just want the little squirrels to take nuts from my hands because I think it'd be cute.
It would be.
That's what I tried to get my wife to do.
Do you
Yeah, I
have?
do.
Do you
Take
have
nuts from my hand-
hummingbirds? Do you have hummingbirds where you're at, Coley?
Nobody got
I
it.
have a lot of
God damn
hummingbirds.
it.
No, I got it.
Yep.
I heard you.
We just
all. I
moved
just didn't
on
quite
from
know
it.
how to respond. No, I have a lot of them. I have a bunch of hummingbird feeders out front. They have ones that you can like hold in your hand and train them
Yes.
to drink out of. I think
That's
that'd
what
be
I'm
kind of
saying.
cool.
Hey,
I
have
think you
have your
should
hummingbirds left for the year?
No, they're here year round.
Oh, really?
California.
See,
California.
we only have one species of hummingbird east of the Mississippi, or at least southeast and east of the Mississippi, and ours migrate across the Gulf of Mexico down to
Really?
to South America. Yep, every year. So every hummingbird that we have in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, all those hummingbirds come here from. They migrate across the Gulf of Mexico. In
That's
the
pretty cool.
springtime. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. We don't have year-round hummingbirds here. They go back down to South America or Mexico or somewhere.
But
I have
want to
like I
see
think
you
2 or 3 species that live in a tree.
Oh,
I want to
nice.
see you transition all your content to you wearing that trucker hat. That the front of it holds a GoPro and then just like a fucking hummingbird feeder.
Wait, have y'all seen the TikTok guy that has the squirrels? Though he's got like 1 million followers,
Yeah.
and he's got these squirrels, and he's got them named, and like they die, and
Yeah.
he has funerals for them and
Yeah,
shit.
he's got a whole. If we're talking about stupid, Paul, you should probably look this up. Look up Mr. Kittens the cat.
On
This
which
guy
platform, sir?
on TikTok. So it's they took that Insta 360, that really small camera.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they
I didn't know who
attached
it was, but yeah.
to a cat, and it's just this cat roaming around with a fucking GoPro basically strapped to its neck. Really light though. It is the most I like to when I wake up in the morning early for work and do my daily business. That's what I like to watch to just start my day. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to switch you over from KY to Astroglide.
Okay, well, on that one, Coley, hang out for a minute. I think
We're not going to end this bitch yet. We got to ask more questions.
That's it,
Coley.
bro.
Coley.
Yes.
Coley. Have you ever had camel's milk?
No.